video of my Christmas present to myself, the Biopod. I have got the Biopod Aqua II, which those of you that come to the store have heard me talk about this. I saw it at the show and I just had to have this thing. And it may not look like much now, but I'm telling you, this guy is badass. Here's the open, that front door. You couldn't even really tell there's a door on that thing. That's a little pump running in the background. I just plugged it in. I was hoping the lights might pop on to show you guys, but they're not coming on yet. I did play with it the other day and kind of program some things, and then lights aren't supposed to come on too early, so. But it's got sensors for humidity, temperature. It's got air ducting right here that's pulling air or pumping air in. I'm not sure which, to help keep the glass clear. It's got a Wi-Fi camera built into it right there. It's got misters right here on either side. And these guys actually spray water onto the back wall. And the back wall, each one of these is like a little scoop. So they're like little vents. And the idea is this is where you put your moss and your planting. The bottom half is actually an aquarium that can get filled up. So you're looking about a 8 to 10 inch fish tank. So it's probably at least 10 gallons of water down there. And that's my coffee pot. My hot water is getting ready for me to make my French press. So this is just the opening video. I'm gonna link a video of one that was installed because it's awesome, and I thought you guys might like to look at it and see what I'm up to. Okay, I've put the Eco Complete planted substrate down, and I used some of the new product, the Samurai soil. The idea is it also adds nutrients for the plants. It's sort of like little balls. It's got a cool color to it. So I wanted to give it a try and see. I put it in the planted tank at the fish store, and I kind of liked it. I would have filled the whole thing up with it, but it's sort of expensive. So anyway, I'm doing a little mix. Some of the Samurai soil, which is from Carib Sea as well, mixed in with the Eco Complete. I put a bowl on the bottom, and the idea here is I'm going to pour into that so I don't stir up my substrate. Same thing I tell people to do with their saltwater tanks all the time. So the big trick here is me pouring it into the bowl and it not going in so fast that it comes back out and sprays all over me. So I've got the big salinity bucket loaded up with some RODI water, and we'll see what we got here. I figure I got about 6 gallons in this bucket. And I'm thinking that this chamber is probably somewhere around 10 gallons, and I think I'm going to be about right. So, all right, I'm going to go get some more water. Only this time I'm going to pull the rest of the water from my actual freshwater aquarium. And I know some of you said, saw little glances of it in the background. I'll do another video on that thing one day, but that's my freshwater tank right there. This is one side. You can see it from two sides. But like I said, this video is not about that. That's old news. This is the new hotness. Okay, so I got the water in there. I went back and got some water from my fish tank and finished filling it up. And then I have got some of this Zoom Ed New Zealand sphagnum moss. SP. Sphagnum moss. The British guy makes it sound way more cooler on his video. This is what it looks like. It's dry, and I'm gonna wet it because that's what I see those guys doing, and I've never done one of these before. So the idea is you take this moss, and then we're gonna get it damp and shove it into these little grid holes right here. And from what I can gather, this is just going to be sort of simulate the soil and keep it moist for the plants. So I've got a bucket down here where I put this stuff, and honestly I don't think I got enough of it. But it's kind of like rice. It seems to be growing. So maybe I do have enough of it, but I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I'm getting it wet. Then I'm going to take small quantities at a time. Of this moss. And just stick it into these little holes. Now I will say that those dudes made it look really easy. So based on what I saw the other video people doing, I'm thinking that I don't shove this in there too hard. No, I don't think we really pack it in super hard. I tell you, one reason to get it wet is it falls apart. So that'd be a great reason to get it moist. Like anything else, at first, you know, you start to try to do things all slow and a little bit at a time, but I can see this can be very time consuming. So I'm going to start filling in the holes with this. There's no need for you guys to watch 30 minutes of hole filling, so I'm going to turn the camera back off, and then I'll take a picture of this a little bit later when we get it filled up. Okay, so apparently those 2 boxes of Zoomed's sphagnum moss that I ordered was not enough. So you can see I got about 2/3 of it filled in, and it's already taken a pretty cool look. So I probably can be a little more generous with it in some places, but we're going to be attaching more moss to this, so I really don't see that being too much of a problem. So it's like I am stuck right now right here in the mud until I get some more of this moss in. So all right, we'll get back in touch and I'll let you see what's going on when I get the rest of the product.